guys, welcome to my channel. So for today's video I'm going to be doing my weekly meal prep. I'm going to be making a breakfast, a lunch, and a dinner. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you're not. Please make sure to check that description box, the drop box down below. That is where I list the recipe and the serving size and the smart points for all the recipes you're going to see. And let's just jump right into this meal prep. Alright guys, for breakfast I'm going to be making a turkey sausage hash brown casserole. It's similar to the copycat Crackle Barrel recipe that I have posted here on my channel. Just a minor few things are different, and I am just really wanting that casserole because it's so good. But this time I am going to be adding some turkey sausage to this casserole. So what you'll need is some shredded hash browns. I have just Target brand shredded hash browns. You'll need some breakfast turkey sausage, fat-free cheddar cheese, and 1 can of cream of chicken fat-free Campbell's soup. And I have just a little bit of this white onion I'm going to add just because I really do like onions in my hash brown casseroles. So the first thing we are going to do is just cook this up. I'm probably really not going to show you this part because it's pretty simple. I'm just going to put it in the pan, cook it till it's brown, and then I will show you what to do next. Alright guys, I have a casserole dish here lined with olive oil spray. I'm going to go ahead and add my hash browns. That was 5 cups of hash browns. I'm going to add my diced onions. I'm going to go ahead and add my cooked turkey sausage. We're doing the whole thing of that, so add all of it. Next, add your cream of chicken. Just glob that on there. Give that a stir, and then we're going to add the cheese. This needs to be seasoned, so I'm going to add a little bit of salt and pepper. And I'm also going to add a little bit of onion powder. Next we're going to add the fat-free cheddar cheese. I have 1 cup here. I'm going to just start sprinkling that to the top. Right, there we have it. It is all ready to go and be cooked. So I'm going to go ahead and just pop this right into the oven. Alright guys, it is done. Look how cheesy and delicious it looks. It's 6 smart points. It makes 8 servings. These are a little bit bigger because those are for Joey. But I'm going to go ahead and pack them up. It looks so good. And with this, I'll probably have some scrambled eggs or a fried egg. So that is what I'm going to have with it. If you were taking this to work, you could scramble some eggs up the night before and pop that in to a to-go container and have that for work. Alright, here it is in its containers. I just put it into like buffet style because I'll just take this out when I'm ready to eat it since I eat these at home. But I'm going to just pop the lid on and place it in the fridge. Alright guys, I am going to be making 2 lunch options. They're both going to be cold lunch options that you can just store in the fridge, don't have to reheat or anything the next day. And the first one is going to be, which I have made on my channel before, but it's been a while, and I have some new subscribers, and I really, really love this lunch. It could be a snack as well, but I am going to use it as lunch. So what it is a buffalo chicken salad, and I call it like a cold salad. What goes in it is premium white chicken. This is a can in water. So I just have one can here. This is the 98% fat free and it's 10 ounces. You will need some hot sauce or buffalo sauce of your choice. You'll need some light mayo, half of a purple onion, and then salt and pepper. That is it. So easy, but so delicious. You can use it as something to dip celery in, or you could add it onto a sandwich, add it onto a pita. You can do so much with it, and it's just real easy. The fact that it doesn't have to be reheated, I really like. I'm going to go ahead and drain this into the sink. I'm only going to be using one can because this is just for me. Joey has tuna. And since I'm going to be making another dish for lunch, I figured this would be plenty for me. So I'm going to set that aside. And next I'm going to cut my onion. I got this new cutting board, and I picked it out specifically because it has this rubber border, so like it can't move. So that's nice. I really like this. I got it at DD's for $5.99, which I feel like is a great price, and I'm really loving it. I'm slowly starting to add more better kitchen items into my kitchen since I make videos. So slowly I'm getting more and more, and I'm loving that. So I'm just going to cut these onions really small. Go ahead and add your onions to the bowl. Alright, next we're going to add the mayo. 1 tablespoon here. I'm going to add 3 tablespoons. So we've got 1, 2, 3. I do like hot sauce and I like spice, so if you just like a little kick, only add maybe just a little bit of this. But since I like a kick, I'm going to do 1 and 2. I think that will be plenty. Ooh, it smells so good. Alright, last we're going to just add some pepper and salt. Go. And then just start smashing that chicken down and stirring all of it together.
You're a strawberry kiss, 'cause nothing as sweet the taste still drive me crazy.
There you go, so easy. I'm going to just pop this in a container and store it in the fridge. I got these containers, these meal prep containers, which I'm obsessed with these. I love the size. It's really easy to store in my fridge. It came with 10 for $3.99 at DD's discounts. That's where I go for a lot of my stuff. So if you have a local DD's near you, check them out because they have really, really good stuff for very, very affordable. And that is where I got these. You could also check like Home Goods and Ross. I know they carry meal prep containers sometimes. I find some there. More so at Home Goods, I think. I've seen them quite a bit there. There is the first little lunch for the week. Put the lid on. There is the first lunch. Okay guys, for the second recipe, I'm going to be making a chickpea Parmesan cold salad. So for the main part of this, dish, you'll need a can of chickpeas. I'm only going to be using 1 can. You'll need some cucumber. I'm only doing half of this cucumber. I'm going to use some of this other half of the purple onion we used in the first recipe. I have some tomatoes. Got about 5 tomatoes here. I have some fresh basil. You could use dry or fresh. Fresh is way better though in this dish, I feel like. And you'll need some lemon and Parmesan cheese, and I'm using the real thing. I have a block here. I'm going to measure out and add to the dish. This is Good and Gather Parmesan cheese, and it's really, really good. And then for the dressing, you'll just need some white wine vinegar. You could use red wine vinegar if you don't have white. You'll need a little bit of Dijon mustard and maple syrup. You could use honey, but I like to keep it 0 points for the sweetener, so I'm going to use maple syrup. So that's for the dressing. And then seasonings, we're going to do some pepper, salt. I have some garlic and onion powder. And then these are optional, but I'm going to add some red pepper chili flakes and a tad bit of dried parsley that's left in here. The first thing we're going to do is make the dressing. You add the vinegar first. We're going to do 2 tablespoons of this. Get it real tangy. We're going to do 2 tablespoons of the maple syrup. Add 2. We're going to add the Dijon mustard. Ooh. We're going to do 1 tablespoon of that. Go ahead and add 1 tablespoon of water. You won't even tell. And it just gives you more dressing. So go ahead and add that. And we're just going to mix that up. Alright, and just set that to the side. Went ahead and I drained my chickpeas and washed them, and I kind of try to get them out of the shell. There's always that like white little shell that they stay in. I try to pick that out. I'm going to go ahead and just set this aside while we cut our veggies. We're only going to do half of the cucumber. Save the other half. Probably going to do just half of this purple onion, just because it's a lot of onion. Going to go ahead and start cutting up my veggies. I'm going to dump my chickpeas first in here. And as I cut the veggies, I'll add it to the bowl. So we're going to go ahead and cut the cucumber first. And I'm just going to do like thin circle slices. I like to do cucumbers thin because I feel like they pickle with the dressing after you let them sit in the refrigerator overnight. If you cut them thin and once you add the dressing and everything, I feel like they kind of slightly pickle rather than if you cut them really thick chunks. I feel like they don't get as flavorful. So that's my little trick to these salads, is cut your cucumbers real thin. Just going to take a fork and squeeze some lemon in there. It's going to be so good with a little zest. I'm just going to cut these into little slivers. Oh, instantly smells so good. I love basil so much. Oh, it smells so good. This one smells great. Sometimes it's kind of weaker, but this one's nice. Let's just pop that in there. Alright, so I have some little chunks, which is totally okay. It's good with chunks of cheese as well. So there's a little bit of grated cheese and chunks of cheese. We're going to go ahead and just add that. Cheese is cheese, am I right? I'm going to add my seasonings that I mentioned before. They are all in this little cup. So I'm just going to add that to the bowl. And then last, I have the dressing. We're going to go ahead and add all of the dressing. Alright, and then we're just going to mix everything together. This is going to be so good. Alright, there you go. So easy and delicious. The dressing makes this so good, you guys. I'm just going to pop this into a container. It might need 2 containers. Right, there we go. It is all done. Super easy. Just pop the lids on. And here's our second lunch. All 3 are done and ready to go into the fridge. For the last recipe is dinner. I'm going to be using my Crockpot here. I have some red potatoes I'm going to add. We have some chicken tenderloins. I'm going to go ahead and use this. This is all the chicken I do have. So that's why I bulked it up with some potatoes. But you definitely could double this depending on how big your family is and how long you want it to last for the week. You'll need a packet of brown gravy and a can of 98% fat-free cream and mushroom soup. Prepared. I'm going to go ahead and just cut my potatoes into smaller sizes, and I'll add it straight to the crock pot. Of mushroom soup going in. Next, we're going to add the packet of brown gravy. And I am doing brown gravy because I love brown gravy, and I thought with the potatoes it'd be really good, and the cream and mushroom I feel like would be really good. This also would be good with steak, of course, or like any kind of beef crock pot if you wanted to do that. But we're going to do chicken to keep the points low since there is potatoes in here. That'll add some point value to that. Alright. Look, it's going to be so good. Alright, I took the chicken out and now I'm going to just shred it with 2 forks. And then I'm going to pop it back into the crock pot and let it continue to cook. Alright, I'm going to add that chicken back in. Place the lid back on and let it continue to cook. There it is, all done. It looks so good. Alright guys, I'm going to let it cool down and then I'm going to place the lids on top and pop it into the fridge. Alright guys, that is it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed this meal prep and some of these recipes looked good to you and you will try out yourself. Thank you guys so much for watching these videos and I appreciate you so much, as always. So thanks so much for watching and I will see you guys in my next one. Bye.